Hi everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I will be completing exercise 1.2, that is the second exercise of chapter sets. This main consists of only 6 questions, which is again the easier one. Please watch till the end and let us start the session. Moving on to the first question of exercise 1.2. So here in this first question, we have to find out whether the given statement comes under null set or not. So null statement, if it is countable or if it is a valid statement, then it is not a null set. And if it is not a valid statement, then it is a null set. Okay. So let us move on to the first sub question. The first sub question is set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Okay. This is the first question. Set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. So in the first case, we have to know what do you mean by odd numbers. So what is the meaning of odd number? Okay, so odd number means those numbers which are not divisible by 2 are called odd numbers. The statement itself says that it is not divisible by 2. So set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2, there is not even a single odd number which can be divisible by 2. So this type of set is clearly a null set. Okay, a set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2 is a null set because no odd number is divisible by 2. Okay, I hope you understood which type of problems are considered as null set and which type of statement are considered as not a null set. Okay, so next is second sub question is set of even prime number. So this is odd number. Odd number means the number which is not divisible by 2. So next is even number. Even number is the number which is divisible by 2. Okay, which has to be divisible by 2. Next they have given prime number. So what do you mean by prime number? A number which can be divisible by 1 or itself. So that number, so any one number which is divisible by one table and itself, whatever be the number. Okay, so that is called as prime number. But what is even number? Even number means those numbers which are divisible by 2. But there is one prime number which is even and also it is a prime number. That is the smallest prime number. The smallest prime number is 2. Okay, so 2 is an even number and also a prime number. Therefore, a set of even prime number has one number, that is 2. So this type of set is not a null set. Okay, a set of even prime number is not a null set because 2 is an even prime number. Okay, I hope you understood this. Moving on to the third question. X is a natural number. Okay, here x is a natural number, whereas that x is less than 5 and that x is greater than 7. So just think, is there any possibility that a number is simultaneously less than 5 and greater than 7? It's not possible, right? So this statement is naturally a null set itself. Okay, so this is a null set because a number cannot be simultaneously less than 5 and greater than 7. It can't be possible. Okay, it is an invalid statement, so it is a null set. So moving on to the last question. So y is a point common to any two parallel lines. So this is a statement. Okay, y means y is a point. So you know that parallel lines are those lines which will never meet. Okay, however extension you do, it will never meet. This is called as a parallel line. So if the parallel lines doesn't meet, then where the point comes? The point comes only in the case when two lines meet at a point. So in this case, point will come. But in parallel lines, the lines will never meet. So in parallel lines, there will be no point common to that. Okay. So this statement is a null set because parallel lines do not intersect. So parallel lines do not intersect. Hence they have no common point. So it is a null set. So I hope you understood this. So whichever problem doesn't have a valid statement is a null set, and whichever problem is countable and valid is not a null set. I hope you understood. Moving on to the second question. The second question also they are statement problems, but here we have to find out whether the given statement is finite or infinite set. Okay, so what do you mean by finite and infinite set? Finite means the numbers which are countable or any elements which are countable is called as finite set, and any numbers or elements which are not countable, which is infinite, is called as an infinite set. Okay, so the first question is the set of months of a year. We know that in a year there are 12 months which are easily countable and understandable. Okay, so this type of set is a finite set because it has 12 elements. Because we readily know that it has 12 elements itself. Okay. So moving on to the second question. 1, 2, 3, etc. You can see the dots. The dots means, so these dots can go infinitely up to any million or trillion of numbers. So we don't know exactly on which number. Okay. So if this type of question occurs, you can clearly write it as an infinite set, because dot means the numbers, these are natural numbers, 1, 2, 3 are natural numbers, and the natural numbers goes on up to trillion, mega trillion, up to whatever you can see it. Okay. So it is an infinite set. So next third question is, here you can see 1, 2, 3 up to there is a dot and the end number is 100. The end number they have already given it as 100. In the previous question there is no end number, the dots go on up to some million or billion numbers. Okay. But here after etc, this is etc, after that it ends to 100. So 1 to 100 is a countable number, right? So this is a finite set. Since 1 to 100 is countable and finite in number. Okay. So next is moving on to the fourth problem. The set of positive integers greater than 100. So positive integers means any number which is positive, 100, 101, 102, etc. It is not less than 100. Less than 100 means countable. Again we can count it from 0 to 100. But here the positive integers which are greater than 100. Greater than 100 you can't count it because it moves on up to, again the same question as second one. It moves on up to trillion or billion. Billion or trillion. Okay. So the set of positive integers greater than 100 is an infinite set, because positive integers greater than 100 are infinite in number. Okay. So next moving on to the fifth question. The set of prime numbers less than 99. In the previous question I have told you that what is a prime number. So prime number means a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. Okay. For example 2. So 1 2s are 2. In one table it will come and 2 table. In no other table it will come. So the number which is divisible by 1 and itself, okay, it is called as prime number. In the same way 3. So 3 is, in one tables 3 will come and 3 ones are 3. Okay. The number which is divisible by 1 and itself is called as prime number. So here we have to find out the prime numbers which is less than 99. So less than 99 the prime number you can easily count. Okay. So this is a finite set, because the prime number below 99 is countable and finite in number. Okay. I hope you understood this. If they ask you a question like this, to bifurcate it as finite and infinite, those number which are countable is finite and those number which you can't count is called as infinite. Okay. I hope you understood. Moving on to the third question. The third question also same as that of the previous one, that we have to find out whether the given set or the statement is finite or infinite. Okay. So let us move on to the first one. The set of lines which are parallel to the x-axis. Okay. So if you consider this as x-axis, so this is x-axis, positive x-axis, and this is negative x-axis. So if you consider this is an x-axis, then you can write like countless number of parallel lines. Okay. You can't count. So you can write countless numbers. So this type of set is an infinite set. Okay. So moving on to the next one. The set of letters in English alphabet. So this is a easier one, because we know that in English alphabet there are 26 alphabets and it is countable. So it is finite in number. Okay. So whichever statement is countable, then it is said to be, or it comes under the list of finite set. So which is countless. Okay. There will be infinite number of things, then it is infinite. Moving on to the third question. The set of numbers which are multiple of 5. So what do you mean by multiple? Multiple means those numbers which are divisible by 5. So those are called the multiples of 5. So multiple means 5 ones are tables. The numbers which comes under 5 tables is the multiples of 5. So those are infinite in number. So whichever number ends with 0 and 5, all numbers are divisible by 5 itself. Okay, because we know 5 ones are tables. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Once 5 comes, another time 0 comes in the units place. Okay, so the numbers which are divisible by 5 are infinite in number. So it comes under infinite set. Okay. So next, moving on to the fourth question. The set of animals living on the earth. So this is a trickier question. The set of animals living on the earth, most of the students may write it is infinite set. But this is a finite set. Because even though the species of different animals are large in number, thanks to animal scientists, thanks to all those animal conservationists and the government officials, they have made a census of those animals, how many species are there. There is a large book on that. So it is actually countable. Okay. So if this type of question occurs, please write it as a finite set itself, because it is not an infinite set. Okay, so this is a finite set because even though the species of different animals are large in numbers, it is finite itself. Okay, so next moving on to the last sub question, the set of circles passing through the origin point. So this is one more tricky question. So origin point, if this is considered as x and y axis, then the center will be the origin point. So from this origin point, you can draw countless number of circles. Okay, you just can't count it. So you can draw countless number of circles one after the other. So this type of set is infinite set. So this is an infinite set because countless number of circles can pass through the origin point O, comma O. So O is x-axis and this O is y-axis. So I hope you understood this type of questions. It may appear in your board exams. So what happens is, whatever numbers are countable, it is called as a finite set. Whatever numbers are not countable, countless, is said to be an infinite set. Moving on to question 4. Here we have to find out whether set A belongs to A, set A is equal to set B or set A is not equal to set B. Okay. So in the first question, set A is equal to A, B, C, D and set B is equal to D, C, B, A. So here all the elements of set A are in the set B also, A, B, C, D and A, B, C, D. So all the elements which are listed in set A is also listed in set B. Therefore, A is equal to B. If this is the case, then we have to write set A is equal to set B. Okay. So let's move on to the second question. In second question, set A is 4, 8, 12, 16. Whereas set B is 8, 4, 16 and 18. Here 12 element is not in set B and 18 element is not in set A. Okay. So since both the sets doesn't have the same numbers, the A is not equal to, set A is not equal to set B. Okay. So all the elements should be same in both the sets. If that is the case, then we can write A is equal to B. If even a single number is not matching, then we have to write A is not equal to B. Okay. So moving on to the third question. Here set A is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. These are the even numbers from 2 to 10. So in the second question, they have given in set builder method, that is x is positive even integer and x is less than or equal to 10. So positive even integer starts from 2, which should be less than or equal to 10. So 2 to 10. So both the elements of set A and set B are same. If this is the case, we have to write set A is equal to set B. Okay. So moving on to the last question. Here A is, in the set A they are given x is a multiple of 10. Multiple of 10 means all the numbers which are divisible by 10. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. Okay, it goes on. So in the B set they have given 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. They have given the multiples of 5 tables. Okay, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, like this they have given. But in set A, there is not a single number which has a units place ends with 5. Okay, since both the set doesn't share any same number here, we can clearly write it as set A is not equal to set B. Okay, I hope you understood this. If both the elements in set A and set B are same, then we have to write A is equal to B. If they are not equal, we have to write A is not equal to B. Moving on to the fifth question. In the fifth question, there are two sub questions. Here we have to find out again the same thing, whether set A is equal to set B or not. Okay. So here in set A, they have given 2, 3. So these are the two elements they have given in set A. But in set B, they have given a solution. They have given a linear equation. Okay, quadratic equation they have given, that is x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So first what we have to do is, we have to solve this equation. X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. I have solved it, but I will tell you once again how to solve this question. Okay. So the question is x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. First we need to multiply the first and the last term. 6 into x square. 6 into x square is 6x square. Now we have to write the end terms. Okay. The end terms we have to write as it is. Okay. And instead of this middle term, we have to split this number. We have to split this number so that the two numbers what we are going to write. So when we multiply those two numbers, we have to get 6x square. And when we add or subtract those two numbers which we are going to insert here, it should be 5x. Okay. So instead of this 5x, we have to write two numbers here. We are splitting this 5x. And the number should be like that. If we multiply those two numbers, we have to get 6x square. If we add or subtract, we should get this middle number. Okay, that number is 3x and 2x. Because 3x into 2x, here I have written it, 3x into 2x is 3 2s are 6, x into x square. So when we multiply this, we will get 6x square. And when we add it, 3x plus 2x is 5x. Okay, 3x plus 2x is 5x. So what is the middle number which we have to write here? That is plus 3x and plus 2x. Okay, so we have to write the extreme terms and we have to split the middle term such that when we add it or subtract it, we have to get the middle term. And when we multiply those two numbers, we have to get the end terms, extreme terms. Okay, so after writing this, we have to take common of two groups. So I have made this as one group and this as another group. In the first group, which is the common term here, in both the terms, x is there, right? So x is common. So when I take x common, here 2x square means 2x will be there. 1x I have written already common. So one more thing is common here. Remaining is x plus here already x is common. If x is common, the remaining will be 3. Okay. So this is the method of taking the common digits. Next, among 2x plus 6, I am taking 2 common. Why? Because in 2 tables, we will get 6, right? 2 3s are 6. So remaining is x plus 2 3s are, so 3 we have to write. So one thing you have to verify is the bracket number should be same. If it varies means whatever you have did the calculation is wrong. Okay. So the two terms what we get is one is x plus 3 and the one is remaining x plus 2. Okay. So after getting this, we have to individually equate it to 0. So x plus 3 equal to 0, this x plus 3 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. So when I shift this plus 3 this side, it will become minus 3, and when I shift this plus 2 this side, it will become minus 2. So what is the value for b here? The value for b is minus 2 and minus 3. But in set A, it has positive plus 2 and plus 3, but in B it is minus 2 minus 3, which is entirely different. Therefore, we have to write set A is not equal to set B. Okay, I hope you understood this. Next, second question is here in set builder method they have been given x is a letter in the word follow. In first thing we have to write the number of letters in the word follow. In second B set the letters in the word wolf. Okay, let us write it. Here set A, while writing the number of elements in the words, whichever alphabet or whichever letter is repeating, we have to write it only one time. So here F is there, O is there, L is 2 times. So we have to write only one time. O is already written and another one is W. So these are the letters in follow. So the next one is wolf. In wolf, all the 4 letters are different. Okay, W, O, L, F. Next, just watch the both set. So W, O, L, F and W, O, L, F. So both are same, right? So the set A is equal to set B. So if both the elements in both the sets are same, then it is equal. If it is not equal, if both the sets are different elements, means it is not a set. I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the last question. That is the 6th question of this exercise, exercise 1.2. So this is the last question of this session. So here what we have to do is from the sets given below, select equal set. So a number of sets is given from set A to set H they have given. We have to find out which 2 sets are equal. Okay. So first I will be comparing set A with all the other sets. Okay. So first I am comparing A, set A with comparing B. Okay. 2, 4, 8, 12 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So both are different, right? So directly you can write A doesn't belongs to B. Again, I will compare A with C. Here 2, 4, 8, 12. Here 14 is one other term is there. So again, A doesn't belong to, A is not equal to or doesn't belong to anything you can write. Okay. You can write it as not equal to itself. So instead of writing doesn't belong to, you can write it as not equal to. So set A is not equal to B and set A is not equal to C. So next 2, 4, 8, 12 with the D 3, 1, 4, 2. Again it is entirely different. So A is not equal to D. Then A with E. So here E is minus 1 and 1. Again A is not equal to E. So next is A with G, A with F, 0 and A. again it is not equal. So A is not equal to F, and G is minus 1, 1 and 0, 1. So A is not equal to any of the set. So it is not equal. So A is not equal to G and A is not equal to H. Okay. So after comparing, we got A is not equal to other sets. Okay. Let us compare the second set, that is compare B. So compare B. We already know that we have compared A with the B. So there is no need of comparing again B with A. Okay. So we can compare B with other set. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 8, 12, 14. It is different. So B is not equal to C. Again B with D. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 3, 1, 4, 2. See 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Here B is equal to D. Okay. So next B with E is not equal again. B is not equal to E, and again B is not equal to F, and B is not equal to G, and last B is not equal to H. Okay. So B is equal to only one set and not equal to any other sets. So let us compare the next one. So let us compare the third one. Okay. So that is comparing C with all other terms. We already know that we compared A to C and B to C. So there is no need of again comparing C to A and C to B. We can compare with the next alternate terms. Okay. C with D. See here it is 4, 8, 12, 14. It is 3, 1, 4, 2. So it is not equal. C is not equal to D. Again E is minus 1. F. It is not equal to any of the thing. Okay. C is not equal to E. C is not equal to F. C is not equal to G. And C is not equal to H. Okay. So next I will be comparing D. D with all other things. Okay. Comparing D. Okay. So D with E. So 3, 1, 4, 2 is there. In all other element only 2 elements are there. Here 4 elements. So directly it is not equal to any of the terms. So D is not equal to E. D is not equal to F. D is not equal to G, and D is not equal to H. Okay. So let us compare the next one, that is compare E. So compare E with all other sets. So E with F. So E is minus 1, 1 where F is 0 and A, which is not equal. So E is not equal to F. But E and G, minus 1, 1, 1 and minus 1. So these two are equal. E is equal to G. Next E with H is not equal. E is not equal to H. Okay. So let us move on to the next one. Compare F. So compare F. So F is 0A and G is 1 minus 1, which is not equal. So F is not equal to G, and again F is not equal to H. Okay. So next is G. So comparing G. So we know that G is equal to E. Okay. That we can write. G is equal to E or E is equal to G. Both are same, but G is not equal to H. G is not equal to H. Already we have written it is not equal to anything. So there is no point in writing everything. Okay. So last one is H. Comparing H. So we already know we have compared everything. So from A to H is not equal, B to H is not equal, C to H is not equal, D to H, E to H and F to H, and G to H is also not equal. So it is not equal to all other sets. Okay. So we can write the equal sets are, only two. One is B is equal to D and D is equal to G. Okay, only two sets are equal. B is equal to D and E is equal to G. So G is equal to E is also correct. So these are the two sets which are equal to each other. I hope you understood this. So if you have any queries, questions, doubts or anything, please comment me in the comment section below and subscribe and share my videos. Thanks for watching.